did a pretty good job breaking down the fight.
From Youngstown, Ohio, as well.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That
that's
was
his
cool.
backyard. That's his backyard. It's cool how they set this up. I think it's equally cool that Sylvester Stallone is doing a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Dolph Lundgren. Did you see that?
No, I did not.
He's doing a movie with the Governor and Dolph Lundgren, who played Drago. So you got Rocky and Drago in a movie again. Aren't you excited? Anyway, Kelly Pavlik turns it on in the 9th round, and referee is forced to stop it.
He actually turned it on in the first round. Rubio was really never in this fight. Pavlik caught him in the first round and just destroyed his will and did whatever he wanted throughout the fight. There were only a couple little spurts in there where Rubio showed some of his skills. He basically looked like he was afraid of Pavlik throughout this whole fight.
He was afraid of him. He was afraid of him during the national anthem. Nothing. he was not interested in fighting him for real. He just wanted to be, on his professional record that he fought for the middleweight championship.
I don't know. He came into it. You thought that he might be able to show a little something against Pavlik with that weight change, going up and coming back down. Pavlik showed that he had no problem with that. And as we said earlier, it looks like Abraham might be the next guy for Pavlik. So.
I can't wait. If Arthur Abraham finally gets some relief from all this whining that he's been doing, and it's been whining. I'll be real honest. It's whining with a cause, though. We need to unify the middleweight belts.
There's some other guys that they're saying in here, and John Duddy, Sergio Mora,
and Vernon Forrest.
And Felix Sturm.
Felix Sturm has had this middleweight belt.
And he's not a big enough name for anybody to want to fight him.
His nickname for life should be, I whooped Oscar. Even though they didn't give Felix Sturm
I whooped Oscar and got an L.
Yeah. I was the best fighter in the ring, but I'm the one that lost.
I whooped Oscar, and all I got was this lousy T-shirt.
Yeah.
That's what he should get.
But basically, as the co-main event in New York, Cotto did pretty good against Michael Jennings as well.
Well, Michael Jennings went on the record to say no one's ever hit me that hard to the body.
Oh, that's no big surprise.
Shocking.
No, Miguel Cotto back on track. That's all I can say. He is back. He's doing his thing. TKO victory in the 5th round over Michael Jennings. Wins a vacant welterweight title. I don't understand that. I don't get it. But Cotto goes ahead and gets the WBO.
They took it from Margarito and basically gave Cotto a chance to win his belt back. Michael Jennings did a little bit better in this one than obviously Rubio did against Pavlik, but he looked more competitive. I don't know if he did better. He got knocked out earlier, but
What do you mean they took it from Margarito?
Margarito's belt was stripped from him.
Margarito got knocked out.
Yeah, Shane Mosley's got the belts.
Mosley should have them.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nothing was taken from him other than by Shane's hands. Shane walked away with all those belts. Now, I thought you were alluding to the fact that maybe Shane didn't pay all the sanctioning fees, so it wasn't for every one of
Yeah, that possibly could have been one of
Margarito's belts. I don't
It was
understand.
one of Margarito's belts, though. And
It was a vacant belt. It was a vacant belt. Maybe Margarito didn't pay for it back in the. No, I don't know how it works. That's what's great. We watch boxing all the time, report on it all the time, and we have no idea who has which.
He spent too much money on his quick read. He didn't have enough to pay for.
Okay.
But Cotto comes back from that loss.
How do you say quick read in Spanish?
Quick read.
Okay. Yeah.
Concreto.
To Margarito, and looks pretty good in this one. And looking into the future, it looks like Clotty and they Kermit Cintron's another name that they're bringing up.
Forget Kermit Cintron.
Kermit Cintron got his ass kicked the last time he went out,
and he was knocked out.
He was knocked out in the 7th round, and they took it away, and they gave it a split decision. I'm like, stop it.
I think they're also
they made it a draw.
They're saying maybe
that fight ended as a
draw.
They're also saying maybe the winner of the Ricky Hatton Manny Pacquiao fight might have this. I don't think either one of those guys are going to be fighting Cotto. I don't think it would make sense for either one of them. He's such a big welterweight compared to those two guys.
Can you imagine Pacquiao Cotto in 2010?
I think that Cotto could beat him just because of pure size.
I don't think Cotto could beat Pacquiao. I'm saying it right now. Put it out there.
Well, hey, we got some listeners out there that want to have you talk about the Cotto getting back on track. Some of these people online don't agree with you, Chris. They're saying he looked a little rusty still, and Pete the Heat says he still suffers from issues.
If you got hit by hands of concrete, you'd be suffering a little too, even after the time.
He's never been the greatest guy against a quicker guy. I
No.
mean, he always has got caught by punches, but his power has always prevailed, except for in that one fight with Margarito. And he had won the first 6 rounds, pretty convincingly, and then slowly weathered out. And that's why a lot of people think that Margarito might have had that same type of thing that he had in his gloves against Mosley.
It took 6 rounds to dry.
Yeah.
What are the issues that Cotto is apparently up against? I'd love to hear what Pete says.
Pete, give us some issues. Keep going.
I thought they were.
No, he just says issues.
I'm guessing that's what he's talking about. As he's always been caught by quick punchers. As when he fought Quintana was kind of the same thing. When he fought Gianluca Branco, who was kind of quick, also caught him with big punches. But both of those guys had bones broken in their face. So
way to pull out Gianluca Branco, by the way. That is the trump card right there. Shut my ass up. No, that was good. This was almost Cotto Paul Williams, by the way. That's what this fight would have been. Because if Paul Williams hadn't moved up to be fighting Winky Wright like he's going to be doing very soon, Cotto would have chosen Williams to fight because he needed a big name.
And Williams had a belt.
Williams had a belt. I take back what I just said about he needed a big name.
That might have been
he
the belt.
didn't
You know
want
what?
a
That
big
might
name.
have been where this belt came from. Was from Williams. Williams might have vacated his belt.
Williams did vacate it. Oh, there it is.
Ta-da!
That was the one belt that Margarito didn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when Williams moved up, Jennings became the mandatory challenger, and then that became the
I would like to see him fight Clottey.
Clottey's the greatest.
Clottey did great against Margaritos in the same way that Cotto did in those first 6 rounds. Then they both had issues after the 6th round.
Well, Clottey had some screwy hands.
And so did Margarito.
Well, okay. One of them was loaded, and the other one was Clottey.
Oh, I see your point.
No, Clottey damaged one wrist on one hand and broke the hand
Yeah, I was
on
going
the
to say,
other.
I thought he broke both of his hands.
I don't think
One was a wrist, one was an
it a
actual
wrist injury?
hand.
Okay. All right.
Bottom line, you can't take a fighter's,
Well,
two weapons.
Well, Evander Holyfield.
You could take both his hands and he'd still possibly get a majority decision.
Yeah.
You ever played bonk?
I don't think Cintron would be a name that he should fight, though. I think Cintron.
Forget Cintron.
Cintron is unfortunately now a club fighter.
Yeah, or
He's a loser.
he's the
Okay, I didn't say that.
he's an undercard fighter now until he can prove otherwise.
He was an undercard fighter. If you lose in the undercard, what are you now? You're a club fighter.
Well, he didn't lose. He lost in our eyes. He didn't lose that fight, though.
He lost.
He lost that
He lost
fight.
in everybody's eyes, but Ray Charles, the referee outside.
He got knocked out in the 7th.
Yeah.
I don't want to visit that again.
All right, hey, Chris, you got about 1 minute here. What they're talking about here for the he's being hesitant is what they're talking about. Psychological issues. They're saying he's a little gun shy. We're getting back to Cotto here.
Okay, he's used to getting hit by metal bats.
I've never seen him be gun shy. I mean, he's always been a guy that worked forward and took some punches. I mean, there's been a lot of guys that have caught him in the chin. I mean, Ricardo Torres also caught him pretty well in the chin.
Yeah, but he got really pulverized in the Margarita fight.
He got rocked pretty hard by Torres as well.
That was like he got run through a tree chipper. I mean, he was beat up bad, and that will tend to make you a bit gun shy because you're like, well, wait a minute, I've never been hit like that. And
I disagree with them saying he's gun shy, though. You got to wait.
I don't think he's.
Fight.
I don't think he's all that gun shy. I'm just saying that could have a tendency to make you a little gun shy.
I think it's more patience than gun shy.
And we'll go ahead and take our third break of the night. This is Bolo Punch. We'll be right back with some more updates right here on Ustream.tv.